The Buckeyes are number one again. It's the interesting thing about that is the Buckeyes have been number one 94 times in their history, in the history of the AP poll. In 94 polls, they've been on top. That's the third most of any team. Number one at being number one is Oklahoma. They've been at the top of 97 polls in the history of the AP poll, which dates back to 1936. Number two is Notre Dame, which has been number one 95 times. Then comes the Buckeyes at 94. The Buckeyes can win a few here. They have a chance to be number one at being number one. The only catch is they start off their first game as number one this season is maybe the toughest game they've played this season, maybe the toughest game they could play all season, really, at Wisconsin on Saturday night. Well, Ohio State-Wisconsin is the marquee game this weekend. Number one, Ohio State visits Wisconsin. Wisconsin already has a lost to Michigan State. Took a little luster off this game. I think a lot of people in Wisconsin figured Ohio State would come down undefeated and the Badgers would be undefeated and it would be the biggest game in school history. Well, Wisconsin's number 18 already has a loss, but certainly not out of the Big Ten mix as far as winning a championship, especially if it were to beat the Buckeyes this weekend. For Alabama, they're not necessarily done as far as the national championship race, but clearly they've been pushed to the back of the line. Essentially what would have to happen for Alabama to have a chance to play for another national championship is about 7 or 8 teams are going to have to lose. I think if everybody has one loss and you've eliminated all the possibilities of undefeated teams, then Alabama gets back into the mix.